Started. Mail ID has been created from you. Mail ID has been created. Yes. Already created. For this post-sales market selection. A group has been allotted. If I need to make contact you through mail.
They are making. No, they are making.
They are making.
They are making. To send links and all separately marketing, finance, they are making.
Google Class are made, but I'm waiting for the mail. Because I need to send you the Google Class link, to whom? Full MBA, no? How can?
No problem.
That group, okay. That group.
Most of the marketing school is
Same only, no?
who are extra, they can ask.
Then that was changed. No, marketing official group now everyone is changed.
So what I do, there are two evaluation. One is a case study. That's the same case study for all of you. And second is the individual project. Individual project will leads to a brand, an international brand, and its success or failure story. You have to take a brand and you have to describe or actually narrate whether it was successful in launching in a different territory, in a foreign land, whether it got success or failure. The reasons for success, the reasons for failure. Okay, so choose one brand. I will mail you like that. So two assignments from my side, one case study and one individual project. Okay, so with this way, we'll continue with module 1. So this week we have a plan of completing module 1 and shifting to module 2. This week, because you have only 3 weeks time, and I am scared about your syllabus. Lot many total international marketing strategy can't be covered in this 3 weeks. Not possible. But still we try to. So what is international marketing environment? I think we have discussed. What is environment? Navya? What is environment? Made up of factors? You are not there factors? What is factors? Is a marketing environment that too international?
Surrounding.
Internal forces. Micro, what are the micro factors? Shareholders. Stakeholders, as in?
Employees, government,
Okay.
whoever are actually.
And macro? Okay. So we will not take that micro or macro environment. Rather, we will take this figure. Okay. So there are global factors, domestic factors, and organizational factors. What can be the global factors? Inflation. Is it a global factor? Inflation. Crisis. Economic crisis. Global economic crisis. Okay, one. War. Okay. Anything else? Natural disasters affecting a particular territory or region. Okay. Anything else? Political imbalance. Then rising crude prices across the world. That is also a factor. Anything else? Come to your mind. What about sanctions? Trade embargo, like sanctions on North Korea, sanctions on Ukraine. So, lot many factors are affecting our global ventures or global. The moment we are trying to go outside the country, these broader factors will come into play. What are the domestic factors?
The rights and all in the country.
Rights.
Within the political boundary of the country, like any rights or
As in,
like
I go to China, what will happen? They will strike. I go to China, my employees will strike.
no sir, like if your company is based in India only, and for example, if your raw materials are coming from the north, and अगर north में जैसे वो पंजाब का वो हो गया, rights and all, farm laws and all, those guys, your transportation and all that are problem. So that can be.
Any other point? Any other relevant point? Any other relevant points this side? All sleeping? All thinking too much? Enough? With your eyes open? Yes. Good. What can be domestic factors? Tell me. Civil war inside the country. So we also need to know the domestic rules and regulations. State-wise. See, we can only think for
discrimination and for example,
either which class. See, domestic factors, you can only export after meeting the demand of the domestic consumers. Like suddenly India has not stopped the export of wheat because there is a domestic price issue or price and demand is an issue within the boundary. So the moment you are failing to meet the domestic demand, you can't go for export. Domestic factors are, there are certain things you can't export. Are there any items you can't export? Are there any items you can't export? Drugs, medicines. Medicines we can export. Medicine we can export.
Alcohol can't be exported.
Alcohol can't be exported. Alcohol can't be exported.
Yes, sir.
Very much. Any item study you remember can't be exported. Can there be any item that can't be exported outside? No? There are. Okay. So now we are coming to organizational factors. So what? Tell me. Organizational factors. I'm coming to it. So organizational factors, you can see your product needs to attain international standards. Then only you will be able to export outside. So the moment it is failing, or rather you have not followed that standard, you can't export. Okay? Like, we export grapes to Amsterdam. We export grapes from Nasik to Amsterdam. So there are lot many environmental concerns. There are lot many environmental standards we have to meet. They has to be preserved in a particular temperature. They need to be in a particular weight, and that weight needs to be maintained throughout the journey. You have a consignment full of that AC trucks, you see, no? Those are actually loaded to ships. And the same curve weight needs to be maintained throughout the journey. So many international standards need to be actually followed. So the moment, apart from this product price standards, your employees needs to be actually taken into confidence when you try to export your goods outside. There are many countries they are not favor of. Many people don't want to export to China. Why? Why? They don't know the language. But many people want to export into US and European cities. Excise? Only excise. Political relations.
China is using our money to support Pakistan.
China is?
Using our money to support Pakistan.
Okay.
Then Pakistan will become India's loss and
So we see the factors in details. So global factor is customer related factors. Customer related factor. Is it a global factor?
Yes.
How?
Because customers can make money.
In the morning we are named running KFC McDonald's, Western and Eastern culture. People in US and European countries, they have reduced the consumption of fast food and we have increased. So the profit in KFC is in Indian subcontinent rather in US. More people we are actually shifting towards KFC, burgers, fast foods. People over there have reduced consumption. So the focus is on this part of the world. Okay, so customer related, political and legal factors. The Russian-Ukraine war again. Which are the items or which are the products got affected? Due to oil, which oil? Edible and food. Both. Anything else? Wheat from whom? Which side? Not for the war. I'm talking about Russia-Ukraine war only. For that wheat they have not affected. What are the food items actually, or what are the items of export that have been affected?
So I guess
Pharmaceuticals. Ukraine don't produce that much of pharmaceuticals. Rather, Ukraine produce arms and ammunitions, parts for aircraft. The moment the war actually started, Ukraine stopped export of parts for the MiG-29s. So the moment started, India got actually very scared because Russia is not supplying the parts of MiG-29. MiG-29 is the older version aircraft. Ukraine also used, but the manufacturing hub is in Ukraine right now. So the moment it stopped, India obviously got afraid. They need that supply to remain. Social factor. Possessing a Land Rover in this part of the world, is it a prestige or is it a social taboo? Suppose Prashant has got a Land Rover. Oh, imagine. See the moment I tell him, his face actually got light in it. And Inam, sitting in US, he possesses a very ordinary food truck. So, a Land Rover in India and a food truck in US, which one is a social factor? Or which one is a social factor? A Land Rover in US possessed by Prashant and an ordinary food truck in US. Obviously him. Food truck. I have given you a food truck. But we have to think saying, where is Prashant here? Prashant is in a developing nation. Again, man will come out. Prashant is in a developing nation and possessing a Land Rover is considered to be a social status here. Rich man. Okay, so the American brands know it very well. So they are playing with the Indian consumers. They are pushing, they are giving offers, they are promoting they are promoting their brands with attractive offers. So more customers are actually buying luxury cars, SUV cars these days. SUV car is it's not a new concept. It's a very old concept. That's 20, 30 years back it started, but India recently the surge actually happened. Okay. Cultural factors, obviously we need to, there are different cultures. Asian people are actually, they stay together. They still live in bigger families. So their bonded with parents, children are still strong. Whereas US people or European people, they actually stay in nuclear families. So their cultural orientation is different. Competition. The moment you are thinking of global competition, we discussed that MG and Kia entered. So MG is from which country? What is garage? Britain. And Kia is from South Korea. So both of them, Kia entered with I think petrol or diesel car, but MG entered with electric car. Both only, both. MG has, but Kia has not introduced an electric version yet. It's coming. It's coming. It has not yet introduced. So we need to keep who are our immediate competitors. Okay. Global relationships among nations and degree of warfare peace. Do you think this Russia-Ukraine war, whom did India support?
Russia.
But
It started was not taking any side.
it didn't take a side.
India should not
Now what they didn't take a side, even they decided no side.
See, Russia is a big brother for India, and Ukraine is a supplier of critical items, sunflower oil, arms, small cars, ammunition. So it can't actually play and take a side. It remained neutral and enjoyed the same. It maintained with Zelensky also. It actually kept the communication channel open and also tried to convince Putin. Okay, so both ways try to negotiate. Geography, ecological, climate related factors. Is it an important critical factor? Yes. How? You cannot ride bikes with in other.
Sir, in Dubai and
Huh? Sir,
British countries, they don't have much bikes because of the hot weather.
British countries, Middle East countries, they don't have bikes.
Because of the hot climate.
Okay. Okay.
Or
Then what? So no bikes are available over there. See, we actually what happened? What? See, the practice of keeping your windows open while driving is very much there in this Indian subcontinent. But outside, each and every comes on AC. They will not keep their windows open. So that is a geographical factor based on climate. You go to any Southeast Asian countries, they will not even keep their windows open. AC is every time on. You go to a Western country, US country, they will not even. But Indians, they will keep their windows open to save energy and save fuel. That's fine. So that is a geographical and regional factors based on temperature. Function of international operation like UN, World Bank and WTO. How these are global factors? Pressures. Suppose African countries, most of the African countries runs on the aids of UN. Right? So, if you do some kind of business, you need to take approval from them. You can't sell anything out of anywhere. If you need to sell medicines in African nations, you need an approval because lot many diseases are prevalent in the African nations. Okay? Ability of marketing facilities and international agencies. So these all are global factors. Domestic. Political climate, stability and philosophy. So suppose take example India. India now has a Modi government. Before it was Congress government. Okay. Simple one question. Which government do you think has taken a risk? Risk of international affairs, domestic affairs. This government, we can clearly identify that this government has taken more of a risk actually. The previous governments, we are not blaming any government. But who has taken more risk? This government, international, domestic, they have taken more risk. So the government is a main factor. If you want to do business outside, suppose we export coal from Australia, but do we sell steel to Australia? Do we sell steel? Because China sells steel to Australia.
People are migrating themselves.
People are
migrating themselves. Already 7 lakh Indian citizenship. They are migrating.
for what? How it is relevant?
सेल करने की जरूरत ये लोग जा रहे हैं ओके कनाडा वगैरह
How it is relevant?
इमिग्रेशन are open.
You are a different one. I am talking about just somewhere there in the Mars. I am talking about based on the country, based on government's initiative, export actually becomes easier. So suppose if Modi governments, the present government, push Nandini to Dubai, it will be a good attempt and also a learning experience for Nandini. So promoting a regional brand to go international. Fine? We are understanding something like that? No, no? So that is government approach and attitude towards international trade. Do you know how much handicrafts do we export?
Yes, sir.
India is known for exporting handicrafts. Not only the entire India export handicrafts. Entire India. From Jaipur side, from Shimla, from northeast side, from Kerala side, many handicrafts items. India is known for that. Legal system, availability of quality infrastructure facilities. Okay. Perishable item. Perishable item you need to transfer to export.
Yes.
What are the facilities you need?
Cold storage.
That's it.
Faster transport.
Faster transport, easier access to ports.
Yes, sir.
Because it needs container needs to be put on a ship. So easier access to a ship. What other?
Demanding outside.
No, I'm talking about infrastructure. Infrastructure. Warehouse, cold storage, hygiene, packing also. Secure.
Minimal touching.
Minimal touching. What is that? COVID is gone now.
Without COVID also some items,
As in, tell me.
Not much of human activity. Things everything is done by machines, done by friends, colloidal.
What are those items?
Let's example.
Yeah, well, I think that's story actually. We can't read into that story. Technological factors. You know, in cold storage, we need containers, we need cold storage, we need equipments that forklift trucks, small forklifts, small tracks, tractors, cranes. We need those facilities. And what are ecological factors? What is ecological factors? MBA fourth semester. What is ecology? Shavani, what is ecological factors? Reuse. I will not tell you. You sound Terms. These are very internal factors or organizational factors. Take the example of Nandini to Dubai. So that is a
not that good, so take any other friend.
what is undermining Nandini? Which get you have? Heritage. Okay, take heritage. Now you are fine. Okay, what is the objective of the company? Sell. What is the objective of Nandini or heritage? What? Cool. I've given up the medicine. Okay. Okay, be serious. Okay, take a brand of your choice. I give it to you. I'm giving it to you. That's okay. Patanjali. Now happy? Now happy? Patanjali? Happy or not?
Patanjali won't stand in
I'm very bad. Okay. Cool down.
If this government takes
Take any break. Take any brand.
no. If this government takes Patanjali won't stand because people will perceive it as religious only.
Okay, forget Patanjali, Nandini, heritage. Forget. Take a brand of your choice. I'm giving it to you. Name a brand. Name a brand. Fast. Okay, Amul to Dubai. Is Amul available in Dubai?
No, sir.
Very much sure.
Yes, sir.
Very much sure. So what can be the objective of the company? What can be the objective of Amul?
So first to learn the consumer well. If they consuming well, so what type of milk they are
Amul is widely accepted in India.
Yes.
So there is no saturation for Indian market.
No.
It's growing like anything.
Yes, sir.
So Amul, India is a profitable market for Amul. Now Amul wants to shift its focus, not shift, rather diversify to Dubai. Be specific. What can be the objective? What can be the objective of Amul?
Nationally, number of people from
Objective may be to gain at least 5% market share in next 2 years. 5% is obviously a huge market share. So you will be next 2 years.
Amul is there in Dubai.
I told you actually. No, I think I know. I know. That's why I'm asking.
No, the products, like few products in butter.
Milk is not there,
Milk is not
but
there.
milk products are there. Milk products are there. Okay, we'll take milk to Amul.
Amul is there, sir.
Amul is there, but milk is not there.
No.
Milk is not there, other products are
Milk products are there. Can we take Amul milk to Dubai?
Yes, sir.
Possible?
Since other products are available already.
So already people know the existence of Amul. I mean,
Yeah, yes.
since Amul is already there, maybe in a very small scale, people at least have seen the brand. So we can introduce milk now or any other products, maybe cheese or other, maybe ice cream. Amul ice cream you can eat.
Nandini is also available in Dubai.
Nandini is not available.
Yes.
Not possible.
Yes.
Not possible.
Okay, now.
Acha, fine. You open your store. I'll go and eat and drink. Chalo. Okay. So the objective of objective of Amul will be to create a 5% market share in next 2 years.
Sir, Patanjali.
दरवाजा भी है. So what is managerial philosophy on this?
Sorry.
What is I have set an objective 5% market share in next 2 years. How you can actually achieve that objective with management or managerial philosophy?
See, to get that 5%, what all should be done? So, staff, including staffing, budgeting, and all, how much should be exported or produced or manufactured, anything that comes under management.
I may have already a distribution network there.
Yes,
Because since it's available, maybe on a very small, maybe on a few shops they store, or in supermarkets they store. It's there. I also know that Amul is there. Okay. So if it is actually launching milk or any other product on a larger scale, the company needs to allocate its employee first. Who will be in charge of the Dubai segment for this Amul milk operation or this Amul milk introduction in Dubai? So they need to assign responsibilities and work to few individual or responsible people over there. Maybe a small CEO, maybe a few employees, or a team of 50 people are selected. So their focus will be to introduce Amul in a larger way in Dubai. So that is managerial perception. Then personal factors related to management. Is there any managerial innovations that may restrict them to venture out to Dubai? Is there any, I reframe my question, is there any managerial, backlog? Suppose Indians have backlog against Pakistan, Indians have backlog against China. Many, communists have backlogs against US countries. Those kind of things. Is the company's culture beliefs, do they actually support, promote, expand them in Middle East countries? Because it's a Muslim country, whatever may be. So is there any managerial innovations actually existing? So that needs to be settled first. Managerial attitude towards the nation's customers and social welfare. The moment Amul leaves India and settles in almost in Dubai, so Amul will take care of the Dubai population over there. The way they have done for India, similarly they need to take the same approach for the population over in Dubai. Because lot many Indians are there. So if they can convert those Indians to take Amul products, so it will be a natural hit. Then automatically, obviously, they know that Amul is Indian brand. They have been raised, they have been consuming for many, in their childhood days. So company's policy, user regulation, resource ability of the company and marketing mix. Similarly, what they have done for domestic market, they need to take that approach. Do you think that can they settle on their own, or they need some consultants or any other companies to tie up with in the initial days? Subcontractors maybe? Subcontractors initially can they settle on their own?
No, direct outlet they can't give, so they need someone.
They need to can they open a direct outlet?
No.
May not be possible. So they need to keep their items in supermarkets.
Yes.
Which one is the largest supermarket in Dubai? Chains? Ulu, no, not Ulu. Lulu, right? Is it? Which is the supermarket chain in Dubai? Lulu hypermarket. Mainly for Indians, but for other Lulu only. Okay, so we need to change. We need to change the rules and regulation over there. Nature and type of employees. Are we sending employees from India, or will be recruiting employees from there?
No.
Both. Because we have to keep a balance. We have to actually promote the company's values and adapt to the local culture. Okay.
So it's careful.
What?
Careful.
Careful.
CARRE.
Supermarket chains in Dubai.
It's very
So these are the internal factors. So global factors, domestic factors, and organizational factors. So looking at this, will Nandini go to Dubai? They will never go. Right? So these are lot many factors involved. Now see who are the participants in international business. Can someone read? Yeah, can you read?
focus on indicator of an international business transaction. Example. Sorry.
Focal form.
Focus.
Focal form.
Meaning of focus.
Read na. Is there only written?
Initiator of an international business transaction. MNEs and SMEs.
So here, who is the focal form here? All we discussed right now.
Nandini.
Nandini. Or Ami maybe. Okay. Next is the distribution channel. Distribution channel implement. A specialist firm that provides distribution logistics, marketing services in the international value chain.
Blue dot. Blue dot.
Is it that? Is it that? Are they talking on that?
Sir, logistics, marketing services.
Are they talking about DHL or distribution network in Dubai? Are they talking about this distribution channel intermediary is who? What is its function? In supply chain in Dubai. So then DHL will not work here. We are not made for clearing anything. DHL don't provide that. So that is the local distribution they are talking about. We have already landed in Dubai. Nandini is in Dubai. First is Nandini, second is their distribution partners. Third is a facilitator, firm that provides special expertise in banking, law, customer clearance, market research. So these needs to be fixed first. The moment we are doing the research, who all will be my facilitator? Who will be my distribution network partners? And then last is government.
Active international businesses as suppliers, buyers, and vendors.
Okay, so number 2, number 3, number 4 needs to be finalized first. Then only brand like Nandini or XYZ can venture out. One is distribution network, second is the facilitators, and third part is the government. We have time.
Thank you, sir.
Read this. Last slide.
There is a point equally.
Read no.
International marketing advantages are important. Higher sales, minimizes cost, wins foreign currency, enhances living standards, create employment, rapid industry those benefits at the time of emergency.
Last stop. Benefits at time of emergency. Explain this point. Quick example.
Okay. Low cash.
If I am in international trade, if I have not many international partners, so during emergency, will I have more problem or I can manage those periods?
You can manage it. You have
Example.
Only if your partners are fully otherwise.
India imports oil from whom?
oil. Dubai.
Only
No, UAE.
UAE? Only
And nearby whatever is there.
nearby. Then name the countries. Kazakhstan imports. Any idea? India imports oil from which countries?
Saudi
Saudi?
Arabia.
Russia.
Russia?
Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and that's it.
Which country does India import oil? UAE? Ashita? UAE? Pakistan? No, no. UAE?
Iran, Iraq.
Iran, Iraq? Bangladesh? Someone told Oman? Oman you told? But have you noticed, these are all Middle East countries? If something happens or some war begins, what will happen to India's oil import? Exactly. Then for that, India has done what?
With other reserves, they are tied up. They have kept reserves and with other countries, they are tied up.
Forget about reserve. Anything happens and the oil supply stops. What will happen?
USA,
US will supply oil.
what they have.
India has already tied with South American countries.
American countries.
Yes. Venezuela.
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 Why there are something like
Exactly. So they have already tied up. Armenia.
Sir, is there anything reserved for that in that particular area?
Exactly. Obviously, South American nations, yes. South American countries, they have their oil reserve. So, in case of emergencies, at least supply can resume to a certain extent. It will take longer duration, but India can manage. See, first option is the Gulf countries. Then, if not possible, Russia can be there. If not, no, Egypt. I don't think Egypt export oil. Egypt don't export. So they have kept third options open. So like this, but you need reserve, you need supply. Obviously it will be cheap, costly. But there is an option open for you. So see, India is also keeping relationship with Russia and similarly keeping relationship with USA. Why?
Nigeria also. Oil.
Nigeria? Is there any contract with India?
Oil export.
Yeah, well, you are looking at Google and giving all information. Is it? Is there a tie-up?
Iraq, United States, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia.
Nigeria is there. Nigeria is there. So maybe they have also another option. So think. When the Ukraine war started, sunflower oil export actually took a hit. How did they manage? How did they manage sunflower oil? They use their reserve. Almost went on for a month. Export of sweet got badly. How is they managing sunflower oil?
Alternative.
But at least find such a country that supplies sulfur oil apart from Ukraine. Such. Immediately search. Russia? No, Russia is in fight actually. In war.
So 90% comes from Ukraine and Russia.
Ukraine and Russia. Other countries? Argentina? No. The countries exporting to India. You type sunflower exporting countries.
Netherlands, Bulgaria, and Argentina.
Argentina. I also heard Argentina. After Ukraine, Argentina is the good supplier. Okay, so my point was Bulgaria, Argentina is there. Second, Argentina.
European countries are
Very small amount, 6%. But my point is that to keep the supply chain open, you need to have a tie-up with lot many international countries. Because in time of emergencies, the rest of the countries can help you out or bail you out. Okay, these advantages is cultural difference, high competition, government restriction, war situation, and distance issue. Do you think South Korea can only supply limited things to India because of the distance? Apart from South Korea, not much appliances are in India because South Korea manufacture a lot of many electrical items, consumer durables. Those are not available in India. Samsung is a South Korean company. Samsung is No. Samsung is not there. LG is South Korea. LG is South Korea. LG is South Korea. Samsung also. Hyundai is South Korea. Right, Hyundai is South Korea. Kia is South Korea. Samsung is South Korea. Okay. So with this tomorrow, again, this theories we need to cover up. It will be a boring session.
No, you go here.
So enough will explain. Then, okay. So we meet tomorrow. Thank you. Attendance sheet, go and attendance sheet.
Yes, sir.
Yes.